I am making a saddle for the Harry Chapin D28. First thing we've got to do is thickness it, and then I round over one end, and here I am marking it to its final length. And what you will see here is just a little blue mark from the carbon paper. That just gets me enough of a guide to then cut it down and put some little corners on there. That gets sanded off, rounded over, sort of shoe shine fashion. And there we have a saddle that fits nicely in and out by hand, but doesn't rock. It's not too tight. It's not loose. And then I have to mark the radius of the saddle. So on a modern marten, that would just be 16 inches. They do a straight 16-inch radius. On older martens, the fingerboard is, they didn't think of it as a compound radius, but that is what it is. So I mark it off to a 20-inch radius for the saddle. The nut is a 16-inch radius. Doing the two of them that way, you get really good action that's very playable everywhere on the guitar. Then here I'm marking off the B string so that I know where to put the marks for the compensation on the saddle. You get a slope from the G string to the low E string, and then just all the way to the front, or almost all the way to the front for the high E string. And then on the B string, you go all the way to the back. And by doing this on the drum sander, I get a nice transition there. And so for the low strings, I start with it pretty flat and I tip it down and also change the speed of my motion. That gives me a nice, smooth, and good-looking ramp for the intonation points for those low strings. Then I want to round over the ends of the saddles. I just use a fret crowning file, and then about 10 or 15 minutes of sanding I won't subject you to. And then a little bit of polishing on a very hard buffing wheel with some jeweler's rouge. Really, this only ever gets used for bone. And then we sand the bottom, and we want to break the edge because every router bit in the world has a bit of an edge radius, and so you need to compensate for that in the saddle by cutting off those corners. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and come in on Saturdays for same-day setups.